Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna here. Basically, we are discussing another topic that is city creation. City creation, basically, we are discussing another topic that is future creation. That is sea water, basically. One of the person told that basically, sea water basically will 100% basically enter one day, basically. But one of the person told that basically, Earth planet is basically full of struggle of life, basically. One of the person told that basically, one of the satellite person told that Sunil, your problem basically is nothing. Basically, you are just basically not getting job in software industry. But Mumbai city, one of the person basically, one of the few businessmen basically, they are fighting with their life basically daily. Daily basically they are fighting with their life basically. That is, within 1 second basically Mumbai will go under or sea water basically. For that basically they are fighting basically. They are spending, see the amount basically they are spending. Missiles, one lakh missile basically they are basically dumping into this 1 lakh kilometer sea water basically. And one missile basically is costing how much? See basically 1,000 crore rupees. So it's a huge amount basically. It's a huge amount basically. I never seen basically 1 crore rupees also basically. I never basically seen 1 crore rupees also in my life basically. But this is basically, see basically, 1,000 crore rupees is costing basically one missile cost. So it's a huge amount basically. It's not a small amount basically. Lots of people say that यार ये 1,000 crore तो कुछ भी नहीं है for businessmen basically. But to get 1,000 crore basically, lots of hard work basically are done. So one of the person told that basically your life basically is nothing basically. So you are just getting not getting job in software company basically. But see the life of Mumbai city basically. Yes. Then basically one of the person told that yes, basically you are correct. So Mumbai is having basically very tough life basically. Like this basically each city basically is having their own problem basically. It's not like that basically. Lots of people say that basically Vadodara city is basically having their normal life basically. But it's not like that basically. In Vadodara also there is one place basically that is Pavagadh mountain basically. In that basically 5 lakh year before basically the entire Vadodara was finished basically. From that lava blast basically. That was the place basically where the lava blast has happened, and just within few hours basically the entire Vadodara city was finished basically. And after that basically there basically one mountain was created, and that mountain basically was given the name as a Pavagadh, and there basically the Mahakali temple basically has been placed basically. So that basically it can be remembered that basically there basically the lava blast has happened. So Vadodara is also basically there basically the difference between Mumbai city and Vadodara city is nothing basically else. There basically Mumbai city will go underwater within just few second, few millisecond. But here Vadodara city will take time basically, that is the 2 hours or 3 hours basically it will take to go under land basically. There basically it is water, here basically it is land basically, that is sand basically. So each city basically is having the problem basically. So one of the person told that how basically the Vadodara city might be handling the thing basically. That is the land basically. They have to do experiment of the land basically. Same way basically the Mumbai is doing the experiment of sea water basically. They are basically doing the experiment in Italy basically. Like same way basically the Vadodara city also basically might be doing some experiment of the land basically in African country basically. Because Africa basically is the country basically who are basically experts in basically the land side basically. In the land side basically. Same way basically each city basically is having the problem basically. Few people say that basically who is doing the blood experiment basically, because each city basically in this world, sorry, each city nahi basically, each country basically is having their own responsibility. If anything happens basically related to blood cells basically, then basically USA will be responsible. Just taking as an example basically, but really it might be some European country also basically, it might be any country basically. So here basically I'm taking as a USA. Why? Because USA is the digital world, and nowadays basically the world is digitalized basically. That's why basically the blood cells responsibilities of USA basically. So any basically you can say experiment of related to blood cells, the corona vaccine which was prepared, that was also basically America only basically, because they are responsible. Few people say that it might be China also basically. So here basically I'm not going with the countryside basically, but they will be responsible. If they will be responsible, then basically the responsible group basically will have to be in front of satellite group basically. If this problem basically goes to the satellite group basically, then they will finish the entire country only and pass the responsibility to the another country basically. But they will finish the country. That is, I am 100% telling you. If the problem basically will reach to the satellite group basically, that time basically I am telling you. But it will not reach to the satellite group basically. It will take time basically, because it's not easy basically to reach to the satellite also basically. Data basically to reach to the satellite basically, it's not so easy also basically. So it takes time basically. So like that basically. So one other person told that you are basically not having the problem basically. There are basically lots of world basically is having the problem. Mumbai city basically see the problem. One of the satellite person told me basically, because you are basically telling that yeah basically I am not getting the job, this that basically this, that. After saying this basically he told that see the Mumbai basically. Mumbai will go underwater just within 1 second basically, within few milliseconds basically. But they basically can't run basically. They basically can't exit basically from the Mumbai like that basically. Why? Because public are tracking each and everything basically. If they are basically exiting from the Mumbai basically whenever the problem comes basically, then basically public will never purchase their items basically. Public will never purchase the item of the particular businessman basically. So they basically say with that basically we will stay here only basically, and we will have our life in Mumbai city only basically, like this life basically. So one of the persons told that basically if Mumbai city is having this many expense, 1,000 crore multiplied by 1 lakh. So you can just imagine the expense of Mumbai per day expense basically. One missile basically they have to dump into the seawater daily. Minimum I am telling you. And minimum cost will be $1,000. Sorry, 1,000 rupees basically. Sorry, 1,000 rupees nahi. 1,000 crore rupees. And other side basically the income is also there. Because powerful cricket batsmen basically are there. BCCI groups are there. Then basically the BCCI selector basically are there. Bollywood industry is there basically. Bollywood is a huge industry basically. Sorry, not a huge industry basically. It's a big theater group basically. And they basically earns money in crores of rupees basically. Because they have basically very big strength basically. And after that basically the software company basically, that is the big software companies basically, see basically big software companies in the India basically, see basically TCS is the number one company basically, and they are basically they are staying in Mumbai basically. Infosys, see basically Infosys is also basically having branch in Mumbai. Accenture basically is also having branch in Mumbai. Oracle is there, IBM is there, Exaware is there. So there are basically huge. They are basically earning money in dollar basically. So it's a huge amount basically, huge basically income basically. So it's not like that basically. If this is the expense basically, if this is the expense basically, this much is the expense, then basically the income is not there. It's not like that basically. So one of the person told us, Sunil, तेरा मतलब तेरा प्रॉब्लम तो कुछ भी नहीं है यार. In front of the Mumbai city, see basically. In front of the Mumbai city, basically your problem is nothing basically. One of the person told that basically. So in next video, basically we are going to see a little bit more about things.